Hi, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is a collective finance reading for the sign of Leo. Now, as it is a collective reading, not everything will resonate for everybody, so please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you don't find any messages in this reading for yourself, then please check your placements and you may find a message in there. Now, this could be related to your past, present or future. They are timeless readings. Today is the 24th of July. But whenever it falls into your feed is likely to be when it is relevant for yourself. If you do like today's reading, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. It will help push the message out to anybody that needs to hear it. Okay. Now, as always, I am not a financial advisor. This is just simply some messages that Spirit would like to give you with regards to a current financial situation that you may be facing. If you do want proper financial advice, please go and seek that from a qualified professional. I'm not here to tell you what to invest your money into. Okay, let's get some cards. So Spirit, can we get some cards for the current financial situation that Leo is currently facing? What's the current financial situation that Leo is currently facing? Excuse me, all of a sudden I just needed to, bit of a cough there, bit of a tickle going on. So I don't know if either of you, if any of you have got a bit of a sore throat. I've had absolutely nothing until I've just started your reading. Okay, excuse me. So the overall energy we have for you is this Four of Pentacles. Now that Four of Pentacles is telling me that you feel like if you don't have money, you're going to be lonely. I'm pretty sure this came out in your last reading as well, where if you don't have money, that you're going to be lonely. You might want to check that out, because if it could be a bit of a follow-on from that, if you're still experiencing that. But yeah, so this is suggesting to me that you feel that you need money, and people are around you because you've got money. That if you have no money, you're going to be on your own, you're going to be lonely. It's very much a fear of, no money equals loneliness kind of thing. And that you need to start remembering what is important to you in life. It is very much that you may not really be thinking about what's important to you. You're just more concentrated on having, financial abundance to make sure that you've got people around you. But if people are around you because of money, then are they worth it? If people only want you for your money, then what kind of people are they? What does that tell you about them? They're not beneficial to you. They're just going to be takers. But yeah, money doesn't equal it brings superficial people around you that you may not be able to have, that you don't really have a connection with. It may be that you might feel that you need money in order to make a connection with people. Maybe you are somebody that, maybe you're a bit on your own and you feel that you need to have money in order to connect with people, and that you feel like if you don't have money, you're going to be lonely forever kind of thing. But you do need to remember what's important to you. Money isn't what's important to you, something else is. Money can be important to people, but money is more there to fill a need, a basic survival need. It's not what's important, it's what you do with that money that's important. What do you spend that money on that's important to you, not the money itself. Now, in your current position, we've got a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. And we've also got a Six of Cups in the upright. Now, that Queen of Pentacles then is telling me that you are currently facing an issue with your finances. You don't feel like you've got enough. You very well might not have enough. You are very much... You were very much feeling like money is always an issue. You don't have the money that you need. This Six of Cups is telling me that you do concentrate on what feels good as well. And that's potentially why you feel the need to have money. Maybe, you know, maybe having people around you makes you feel good. Maybe having money to spend makes you feel good. And it's a bit of an issue because you don't have any. It could very well be something completely different to that. Maybe you not having money is causing you an issue because it's stopping you getting what makes you feel good. Let's get some clarification to find what's going on with that. One more card, please, Spirit. Okay. So we've got a 4 of Swords in the reverse. No, that's the 6 of Swords in the reverse. Roman numerals. We've got a 9 of Swords that came out a bit more to the side as a challenge. And we also have an Emperor that came out in a bit of a challenge position. So that 6 of Swords then is telling me that you don't explore any type of investments. You don't really do anything with what money you've got. You don't learn what you can do with money you've got. You may be somebody that spends and you don't do any sort of looking into it. You know, you might not be somebody that shops around. Maybe you don't really do anything to manage your finances. It is suggesting that you don't really do anything with it at all. Maybe you just spend it and you don't really, maybe you're not even paying attention on where you're spending it. Maybe you've got no sort of cut off or limit and you just keep spending till it's all gone. That 9 of Swords is telling me that you are also dwelling on some sort of loss. Quite possibly financial losses that you may have incurred, and you are constantly worried that it's never going to get any better. And again, that Queen of Pentacles is potentially suggesting that as well. So that 9 of Swords there clarifying that you are worried that things are not going to get better. Maybe you've been in this position for a while and you just want to get on with it. You want to make the money, you want to feel more abundant, because at the moment you feel like if you don't get that money, you're never ever going to have what comes in for you. Now, the Emperor is somebody that helps those in need. Now, this could be somebody in your energy that might... goodness, my voice is going again. So this could be something where somebody in your energy could help you out. You know, maybe they could give you some money. Maybe they could help you learn about your finances a little bit more. It could even be that you find it extremely challenging to help other people that might be in need. Maybe you've got people that are trying to rely on you to give them money, but you just don't have it because you've got no money at all. So it could be either. So maybe people are relying on you to help them out, and you don't have the resources to do that. Now, in your blockage, we have a Death card. Now, that is in the reverse. The Death card then is telling me that, you know, it might be a while. You are actually quite very much in despair that it's never going to get any better. So you are up in your head thinking that things are going to be, you know, never going to get any better. But that Death card is telling me it's just going to take some time. So it might be a bit of a slow progress for it to improve. Let's get some clarification on that as well. One more card, please, Spirit. Thank you. So we've got a Two of Pentacles, a Page of Pentacles, and we've got a King of Cups. We'll come out with that. So if we go for that King of Cups first, because I'm pretty sure he popped out at the same time as that Page of Pentacles. But yeah, so that King of Cups is telling me that you do have big dreams. You want to know how to manage your funds, but you currently can't. There's something that's blocking you from doing that. That may have something to do with this page, because the page is suggesting, that Page of Pentacles, he's suggesting to me that you don't know how to assess what you've got and how to readjust your spending, maybe reallocate where your funds are going. You know, it's suggesting to me that maybe that kind of financial knowledge isn't your strong suit. You might not know how to budget. But yeah, it is suggesting to me that you might find it quite challenging to literally manage your finances. You might find it extremely challenging to work out where you can move funds around. We've got the Page of that Two of Pentacles as well, is suggesting that you are not always avoiding things that are going to be putting you in debt. So you may be going into debt quite a lot as well. Maybe you've got credit cards and you run them up, and then each month you take money off them when you're paying bits, but then you keep running it up because you're just not managing things very well. It could be that you might be somebody that keeps getting loans or extra credit cards. It's just suggesting that you are putting yourself in some sort of debt. So you might be feeling like you're in some sort of perpetual cycle of being in constant debt. It is suggesting to me that it will improve slowly with that Death card. There is opportunities for there, but it looks as though it's all going to be down to you learning how to manage your finances potentially. Now, again, a core belief that is contributing to that blockage is you don't avoid debts. You're not scared to be in debt. You're quite happy to be in debt. So you're putting yourself more and more into debt. Maybe you are a firm believer, but it's absolutely okay to live in debt all the time. Maybe that's something that you've grown up around, people being in debt all the time. So it's something that you've got as a belief that everybody is normally in debt. But yeah, so this is suggesting to me that, again, you're not prudent with your spending. You are getting into debt quite a chunk. I'll get another 2 cards for clarification, please, Spirit. Okay, so we've got a Hierophant in the reverse. We've also got a 6 of Wands and the World card that came out to the side in a challenge. So that Hierophant then is telling me, again, you don't manage your resources. You are not putting in any intention to maximise what money you've already got. You do absolutely nothing with it. It could be very much that you have money coming in and then it goes straight back out again. You're not doing anything with it. So if you do have a limited budget, maybe you're not working with that budget. You might not be shopping around. You might just be going, I think this place is the cheapest, I'll go and get it all from there. You could be going to your local shop that could be dearer than going to a supermarket. You could, there could be a number of things that are going on that you're just not maximising the funds that you've already got. You're just spending it. Potentially increasing debt as well. But yeah, that's pretty much what that Hierophant is telling me to go with that, which, pretty much goes with that 2 of Pentacles. The World card is telling me that you are also not being productive, or you find it very challenging to be productive. It could be that, that when it's in the upright, it's that you are being productive, either earning, savings or investing. It could very well be that you are struggling with earning, saving, or investing. If you don't have the money, then you probably haven't got anything to save. If you don't have the money to invest in a business or invest in anything that you want, that you need to purchase, how are you going to do that? It could be that could be something that contributes to your earning as well. If you're wanting to start a self-employed venture, for instance, if you don't have the money to invest in that self-employed venture, how do you start earning from it? Maybe there's other things that you could do that are a bit more productive to earn some money. It could very well be that you're not being as productive as you could be. So it could just be simply that maybe you are working, but you're not doing everything you could to maximize that work in order to get more money out of it. Maybe you've got a hobby that you could turn into some money, but you don't market it. Maybe you have got a self-employed business, but you don't market it. Maybe you were just reliant on word of mouth or other people doing things for you, so you're not being productive in pushing it to get the sales that you need potentially. Now that Six of Wands there, he is suggesting to me that you also find it a struggle to look at people that are already successful. Potentially you are very much, you might have a set way or a set idea of what you want and you might run with it, but the way that you want to do it might not be very successful. It could be that you struggle to do the research behind it to work out if that is the way to go. You might struggle talking to people about money to find out how they've been successful in attaining it. If it's related to work, you could struggle in talking to people to ask how did they get there in order to earn that money. It is suggesting to me that you do struggle with looking at people that are already successful and already have what you want. You don't really want to look at it. You might be set in your own ways and you struggle to accept other people's viewpoints. Now, in what you can do to help your situation, we have this Nine of Swords and we also have this Knight of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is saying that you need to stop dwelling on your losses. So you've got that up here because you're finding that quite challenging. You are sitting dwelling on it. So you need to stop dwelling on any losses that you've got. This is telling me that you need to decide on what you want and you need to make a decision sooner rather than later. So if it's something where you want to be out of debt, you want to have money, you need to start managing your finances. This is telling you, make a decision on what it is that you want and go for it. Stop putting it off. Stop hesitating. Let's get some clarification on those cards. Yeah, stop dwelling on money that you may have already lost. It's gone. Start looking at what you can do to move forward. What do you actually want with regards to your finances? What do you want to buy with your finances? Have you set any goals with regards to that? Okay, so we've got a Three of Swords and a Hanged Man, both come out in a challenge position. Do you know, if this was a love reading, it'd read so different. Yeah, and we've got a King of Swords. So, Hanged Man and the Three of Swords then. And then the King of Swords. So, this is a lot of thinking around your finances that you may have to do as well. There's a lot of mental clarity that is needed. So that Hanged Man then is telling me that you might find it a challenge, but you need to manage your finances. You need to look at setting yourself a budget. Even looking at where you're spending money. Do you need to spend all that money in those particular areas? Maybe you've got subscriptions that you could cut down. Maybe you've got contracts that you could negotiate a better deal on. Maybe you buy a certain brand of deodorant. Could you swap it for a cheaper brand? Maybe you have a certain brand of drink or a certain type of food that you really like, could you swap it for a supermarket own brand that's a bit cheaper? It's suggesting that you do have to look around that. It's also telling me about being thrifty, suggesting that you might need to, it could be challenging, but you might need to start thrifting things. So maybe you could, upcycle some secondhand stuff. If you've got sewing skills, utilize some old clothes and make something new out of them. If you've got old furniture, thrift them. Now, these could be potential things that you could sell then to make money, or they could just be something that you can use instead of buying new things, It is suggesting that thrifting can turn a difficult situation into a productive one, into a profitable one. So that suggests to me that maybe it's an income stream that you might have that you're not aware of, that you might have a bit of a talent for upcycling potentially. We do have this Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is also suggesting that, again, we're talking about financial loss there. It's suggesting that it can be recovered, but you need to act. So you might find it difficult because you are dwelling on it so much. But this, like I say, the Knight of Swords is telling you you need to make a decision and you need to act. This Three of Swords is telling you to act. Okay, so you can recover from this loss, but you have to act on it. You can't just sit and dwell on it. So whatever this loss is that's happened, stop dwelling on it and actually do something about it. You need to do something in order to be productive and make it work. You need to do something with managing your finances. You need to act on it. This King of Swords is telling me that you also need to take a tactical approach and keep high standards. Again, making sure that if you do set yourself a budget, that you stick to it. If you are managing your resources, shop around when you want to buy something new. Make sure you get the best deal. This is telling me all about that. It's suggesting that, yes, you may have incurred a bit of a financial loss, but you can pull it back. You just need to act. You need to do something about it. You need to take a tactical approach. Maybe what you might need to do is have a look at setting yourself a short-term goal and set yourself up little like mini goals, mini targets to achieve to get there. And it could be to do with upcycling, as silly as that sounds. But it is suggesting that you do need to take ownership of something. You need to decide what it is you want. You need to stop thinking about some sort of loss. Make a decision and go with it and be productive. And it will help improve your situation. Now, if you do manage to do all of that and improve your situation, we have this World card as your outcome. Now, that is in a bit of a challenge. So the World card, again, is telling me that you need to be productive to earn and save. So same thing over here. So it's making sure that you maintain your productivity. So if it is something where you're starting an upcycling business, for instance, you've got to maintain it in order to keep your money flowing. And it's not just keeping your money flowing. When you've got that money, it's saving it and investing it in order to put it towards something that you want. So you could be somebody that is very easily influenced, that once you've got some money, that you spend it straight away. Maybe you've got people around you that want you to spend it because you're scared that if you don't have money, you will be lonely. So maybe you're spending your money on other people because you think it will keep them around you. So we've got a Temperance in the reverse. Oh. We've got a Ten of Pentacles in the reverse and a Judgment card in the reverse. So, yeah, lots of reversed cards to come out clarifying that World card. So the Temperance then is telling me that you need to stop putting the needs and goals of others first. Concentrate on your own. Okay, so if other people are trying to get you to buy things for them, don't. Because at the end of the day, it's not benefiting you, it's only benefiting them. If it's something where somebody is expecting you to do something for them with regards to, and it involves your finances, don't. If it's something where you're putting a lot of energy into doing things for other people, it's saying to put your own interests first. You need to put your own interests with regards to your earning, um, you know, first. So it's transforming your work. But when it's in the upright, it's transforming it, it's adapting to other people's needs and goals. But this is telling me you don't need to adapt to other people's needs and goals. You just need to deal with your own work. You need to work on your own things in order to be successful. It's deciding what it is that you actually want to work on as well. So whether this is something that's actually at work, maybe you're taking on too much work at work, maybe you're doing other people's work. This is telling me that you need to concentrate on your own, because at the end of the day, you're not getting paid their salary. You're only getting paid yours. You're probably burning yourself out, and then you can't do anything for your own stuff when you want to go home. And if you've got a second business that you might be doing to, create some extra funds, you might be too worn out. It's all that sort of thing. If you're in business with somebody else, potentially, put your needs first, not theirs. Now, that judgment card then is telling me that don't spend more than you earn. It might be very tempting, but don't do it, okay? It is very much of you, if you keep spending more than you earn, you're going to keep being in this perpetual cycle of debt. So stop spending more than you earn. It might be, like I say, it might be quite hard to do because you've been doing it, from what I can see, for quite some time. This 10 of Pentacles is also telling me that if a lump sum comes your way, that you need to be using it wisely, okay? Potentially investing it into something, not necessarily spending it on others, especially if you've got some sort of inheritance coming in. Don't put their needs first, that they want you to buy X, Y, and Z, because like I say, that's only going to benefit them. Make sure that you're doing things to benefit yourself. Make sure that you are putting that money up, spending it on things for yourself, putting yourself first, putting your needs first. Don't just waste it, okay? Right. So let's get you an Angel of Abundance card as well, to see if there's any more messages that Spirit would like to convey. If my nails have been a bit of distraction for you, I do apologise. I decided to put some bees on. They made me giggle. Right, so take a divinely guided chance. All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. So this is suggesting that you might, whatever it is you're doing, whether it's a current job, you might need to get a little bit uncomfortable and start moving up. It could be something where you might feel like you might be somebody that gets a bit of imposter syndrome if you want to try and progress, but this is suggesting that you need to, get out of your comfort zone in order to do something. Maybe you are very much, part of your comfort zone is probably overspending. This is telling you that you might need to get a little bit uncomfortable and not overspend. If it's something where you are constantly spending, you might feel a little bit uncomfortable when you've got to rein it in. But this is telling me that you need to do it. In order to make room for new opportunities, you've got to make a bit of a sacrifice for the door to close and for something new to come in to make it more abundant for you. So even if it's an old habit that you're in a very comfortable place with, it's telling you that you need to leave that behind because it's not for you anymore. You need to do something that will help, not do something that will hinder. That old comfortable habit that you may have had that's very familiar, that you've got used to, it's not serving you anymore. You need to leave it in the past. Right, I hope that has helped some of you Leos have an idea of how you can improve your financial situations. If you did like the reading today, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It will pass the message on to any other Leos that need to hear it. Thank you for joining me today, and good luck.